What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several news. First of all, I will explain you the major deadline that potentially will happen within just 1 week. Then I will show you some rules that are pretty much common sense rules in regards to the sensitive information that might be disclosed from our community. On top of that, I will show you an update from Richard Hoffman's arbitration, and I have to say that he disclosed the exact path of his arbitration and potential upcoming lawsuit that might happen right after the June's deadline. And at the end of this video, I will share my personal story. That is why, guys, please watch this video till the very end, because it is very important for me personally. And before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm, because it is the easiest way how we can push this video forward to the broader audience, and eventually it will help to attract more attention to our problem, and eventually it will help us to solve this problem. That is why, guys, just hit the like button. So, and I want to begin my today's video with this tweet that was published by Mark Basil, and he published it just several hours ago. And he wrote, MMTLP, I see all the bickering between people whom I have a lot of respect for, and the bickering is eventually a result of the 520 plus days of frustration, apparent inaction by Congress, differing opinions on action, the constant distractions and personal attacks, etc. I wish you already had your resolution. No need to turn on each other, even if highly emotional. Other than that group I usually refer to see the others engage in finger pointing and accusing them of doing bad things, etc. is not helpful to your cause. I'm still working on getting to the bottom of this, and soon, very soon, you will see next steps towards that. In the meantime, the clock is ticking, and as it winds down, the harder it will be to maintain calm. But many of you have lived this for a long time, and take stock of some of your accomplishments and keep your eyes on what you believe is necessary to resolve this. No one has been attacked more than I have. And I still continue to do what I can to help all of you. I'm just doing it in the background right now. Just remember, communities live together and die from within. And guys, it is a very interesting statement, and I agree for 100%. I see it in my comment section as well. Just yesterday I published a video with the weird actions that happened inside our community just recently, and some people told me that I shouldn't post this news, I shouldn't disclose this information, because I don't have a right to do so, and I don't know much about the case, I am not an MMTLP shareholder, and so on and so forth. Guys, my point of view is completely unbiased. From the bottom of my heart, I want to help MMTLP community, despite I am not an MMTLP shareholder. And with my channel, and I hope with my help, MMTLP will solve this problem, will solve the major problem of naked shorting on the market in general. And that is how every retail investor will have an opportunity to trade on a fair market. That is why I'm making this video on a daily basis, and that is why, guys, we shouldn't attack other community members that are inside MMTLP community. So, and you might wonder, why did Mark Basil write this tweet? And in my opinion, I found another reason why he does it. Let me show you this tweet that was published by Paul T. And I was thinking for several hours, do I have a permission to disclose this information or not? And I decided to add it to my video because, as you can see right here, this post already has more than 15,000 views. And let me quote you this. During my phone call today with the Congressional Financial Service Committee office, I received some interesting information. When I attempted to confirm with the staffer that this request, an MMTLP congressional hearing, would fall under the purview of the FSC, the staffer stated it would not be the FSC of whom is responsible. There is a subcommittee within the FSC of whom would have this authority, as I believe in full transparency when I discover useful information. The Oversight Investigation Committee, chaired by Congressman Bill Huizenga. When asked for a direct phone number to this subcommittee, the staffer stated it is not available and he was not allowed to provide it. When I asked if I could search online for the subcommittee's phone number, he stated it is unpublished. Fellow MMTLP shareholders, I believe we still have a glimmer of hope. This decision is not in Mike Henry's wheelhouse. So guys, we have a very interesting information about the subcommittee that is in charge of our case, but let me show you some updates, some comments under this tweet. And Jen Capella, let me remind you that she was in Washington DC with Don Fizz. She is a Don Fizz's team member, and she wrote this. Absolutely unbelievable. You have completely taken your poor decision making to an entirely different level. Do you not stop for 1 second to think about the information you are just handing over to the very people who are working against us? When I was in DC last week, I would have given anything to have someone from the other side as irresponsible as you posting information on what office or committee I needed to pay a visit to. But I wasn't that lucky because the people working against us are smarter than that. I hope every person in our community truly grasps the insanity of what you just did. Advertising this type of information is not transparency. It is a pure stupidity. I am now moving you from muted to blocked, and I support every other individual in our community who does the same in an effort to send a message to you that you are missing with our families and our livelihoods. And guys, I have to say that in my opinion we have to think twice before we post any information that potential might be sensitive. In this case, I don't think that this information is so crucial to make this type of conclusions, but definitely this is the reason why our headliners pay extremely high attention to the information that they allowed to disclose, and that is why sometimes we don't have enough news to make a conclusion on which step towards the resolution our community is. And I have to say that I don't think that Paul T is the first person who found out this information. Everyone who made a call to the Congressional Financial Service Committee might receive for this information. But definitely, as I already mentioned, we have to be very cautious with any decisions in regards to the sensitive information. That is why, guys, I published this information in order to inform you about this case. So, and by the way, let me show you this statement from Mark Basile again. I'm still working on getting to the bottom of this, and soon, very soon, you will see next steps towards that. And he's talking about the lawsuit that he will file within next days, and he also published this tweet. Let me show you first of all that he published it 19 hours ago. FINRA going after naked short selling. What? I thought that doesn't exist. Hedge fund shields. What say you? And he added this link to the article that is pretty much showing that FINRA admitted the fact of naked short selling activity. But we also have some comments. Factor of one wrote this. How much more proof is required to resolve MMTLP case? Everyone knows counterfeiting exists, and everyone knows MMTLP was targeted with coordinated financial attacks. And he added this tiny video of RICO lawsuit, and Mark Basile responded to this, stay tuned. And Trevor Adams wrote, how much longer do we have to tune in for? A week or another year? And Mark wrote, the issues we have to deal with are very complicated, but I expect the complaint will be filed within a week. So guys, this means we have another deadline when potentially the lawsuit will be filed. And this deadline is next Friday. It is May 24th. And that is why, guys, I think by next Friday we will have this information and we will have more details in regards to this major lawsuit that Mark Basile and his company have been preparing for several months. So, and let me show you another quite interesting update. Richard Hoffman published a video, and let me show you this video in details. It is a quite long video, and he published it. It was a live stream. He made it 2 hours ago, where he explains the path to the resolution through his arbitration and his upcoming lawsuit. Most likely we will see another lawsuit from Richard Hoffman, and he explained it in details why he think it might be useful. So first of all, he found out another case, another ruling that was made just recently, and this ruling was in regards to the case that is extremely similar to MMTLP case. And in this case, federal court, before its decision to push the case towards the arbitration, should not dismiss the case in federal court, but it should pause it. That is why Richard thinks that it might be a potential violation of the proceedings, and that is why, depending on the result of his arbitration, we might see another step toward the resolution, and this step might be another lawsuit. So guys, let me show you another quite interesting update. Trades reposted the tweet that was published by Ham Short Killer, and Ham Short Killer refers to the interview that was published on America's Voices channel about the recent news in regards to the DJT case. And you know that just yesterday he wrote the third letter to Congress, and Ham Short Killer wrote this: he's not stopping. Third letter to Congress, he will roast them all. And I have to say that it is extremely interesting interview, and you have to watch it in order to know how severe the DJT problem is and how he intends to solve it. On top of that, guys, let me remind you about my yesterday's video, and I told you that the former SEC chairman made a statement in regards to the appearance of Roaring Kitty, and you know that just yesterday, just a couple of days ago, Roaring Kitty started to post again a lot of tweets. But definitely, the problem is much bigger than the Roaring Kitty's appearance, because a lot of people who worked for regulators right after their resignations, they start to work for major market makers, and Rare DD made this tweet 16 hours ago. The higher the rank you achieve as a regulator, the more sought after you'd likely to become once you retire. But when you go to work for the firms you once regulated, it calls into question whether you were too lenient as a regulator. And here you can see the screenshot when Michael Pivovar started to work for GTS Securities, and here is this screenshot in details. Former SEC Commissioner Michael Pivovar to serve as a senior advisor to GTS, the largest market maker at the New York Stock Exchange. And definitely all of the market makers, all of the wrongdoers are happy to hire these people, because this act gives them even more power to affect the market. That is why, guys, I think this system needs a lot of changes, so we have to fix it. And we have to fix it by solving our case, and through this case we will solve the major problem. And we will have a fair and transparent market. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium